First-time home buyer guide, tips, benefits, and information for a successful purchase. Get ready to take the first step towards homeownership with this comprehensive guide for first-time home buyer. Learn about the home buying process, including how to find the right property, secure financing, and navigate the closing process. Discover tips and tricks to make your first home purchase a successful and stress-free experience. First-time home buyer guide, your path to homeownership. Purchasing a home can be an exciting and overwhelming experience, especially for first-time home buyer. With so many different factors to consider, from finding the right property to securing financing, it's important to have a comprehensive guide to help you navigate the home buying process. In this article, we'll cover the basics of what you need to know as a first-time home buyer, from start to finish. Step 1. Determine your budget before you start your home search. It's important to determine how much you can afford to spend on a home. This will help you narrow down your options and ensure that you find a property that fits within your budget. Consider factors such as your income, debts, and any other expenses you may have when calculating how much you can afford. Step 2. Get pre-approved for a mortgage. Getting pre-approved for a mortgage will give you a better understanding of what you can afford, and it will also give you a competitive edge when it comes to making an offer on a property. A pre-approval letter from a lender shows that you are a serious buyer, and it can help speed up the closing process when you're ready to purchase a home. Step 3. Find a real estate agent. Working with a real estate agent can be a great advantage for first-time home buyer. An agent can help you navigate the home buying process, from finding the right property to negotiating a fair price. They can also provide valuable insights into the local housing market and help you avoid common mistakes. Step 4. Start your home search. Now that you have a better idea of what you can afford, it's time to start your home search. Consider factors such as location, size, and style when choosing a property. Keep in mind that you may need to make compromises, but remember that you can always renovate or make updates to your home in the future. Step 5. Make an offer and negotiate. Once you've found the right property, it's time to make an offer. Your real estate agent can help you determine a fair price, based on comparable properties in the area. The seller may counter your offer, and you may need to negotiate before reaching an agreement. Step 6. Close the sale. Once you've reached a purchase agreement, it's time to close the sale. This is the final step in the home buying process, and it can take several weeks to complete. During this time, you'll need to complete any final inspections, secure financing, and sign all the necessary paperwork. Benefits of being a first-time home buyer. Purchasing your first home is an exciting milestone that can bring a number of benefits. From building equity to securing a stable living environment, here are some of the key advantages of being a first-time home buyer. Building wealth. Owning a home is one of the best ways to build wealth over time. As you make payments on your mortgage, you build equity in your home, which can increase in value over time. This can provide a solid foundation for your financial future. Stable living environment. Owning a home provides stability and security, allowing you to create a living environment that meets your needs and preferences. You can make renovations and improvements to your home, and you don't have to worry about the uncertainty of renewing a rental lease. Tax benefits. Owning a home can provide tax benefits, including deducting mortgage interest and property taxes on your income tax return. This can help lower your tax bill and increase your overall savings. Sense of community. Owning a home often comes with a greater sense of community and belonging. You can become involved in local events and organizations, and you'll have the opportunity to get to know your neighbors. Increased privacy. Owning a home provides increased privacy and independence compared to renting. You can decorate and make changes to your home as you see fit, and you don't have to worry about restrictions or rules set by a landlord. Long-term savings. Owning a home can be more cost-effective in the long term compared to renting. While the upfront costs of buying a home can be higher, over time, you will likely save money compared to paying rent. Being a first-time home buyer can provide a number of benefits, from building wealth to creating a stable living environment. While there are challenges and responsibilities that come with home ownership, the long-term benefits can be well worth the effort. Qualifications of first-time home buyer. Becoming a first-time home buyer is an exciting step, but it can also be overwhelming. Before you start the home buying process, it's important to understand the qualifications you need to meet in order to be approved for a mortgage loan. Here are some of the key qualifications to keep in mind. Employment. Most mortgage lenders require that you be a permanent resident or U.S. citizen. If you're not a citizen, you may still be able to get a loan, but the requirements can be more stringent. Income. You must have a steady source of income to be approved for a mortgage loan. The amount of income you need will depend on the size of the loan, your credit score, and other factors. Credit score. Your credit score is one of the most important factors in determining your mortgage eligibility. Most lenders require a credit score of 620 or higher to approve a loan. Employment history. A stable employment history is important when applying for a mortgage loan. Lenders prefer borrowers who have been with their current employer for at least 2 years. Debt-to-income ratio. This ratio compares your monthly debt payments to your monthly income. Most lenders prefer a debt-to-income ratio of 43% or lower. Down payment. Depending on the type of loan, you may need to make a down payment of 3.5% to 20% of the purchase price. A higher down payment can increase your chances of getting approved for a loan. Documentation. You will need to provide proof of your income, assets, and other financial information when applying for a mortgage loan. You should also be prepared to provide tax returns, pay stubs, and other financial documents. Meeting these qualifications is just the first step in the home buying process. It's important to work with a lender who can help you understand the requirements and guide you through the process. With the right preparation and guidance, you can achieve your goal of homeownership. Which loan is best for first-time home buyer? The best loan for first-time home buyer depends on their individual financial situation and goals. Here are some options to consider. 1. FHA loan. This loan is backed by the Federal Housing Administration and is ideal for first-time homebuyers who have limited funds for a down payment or a low credit score. 2. USDA loan. If you're buying a home in a rural area, you may be eligible for a USDA loan, which requires no down payment and has a lower interest rate compared to other loans. 3. Conventional loan. This is a traditional mortgage loan that is not backed by the government. It typically requires a higher down payment but has lower interest rates compared to other loans. For VA loan, if you're a veteran or active duty military, you may be eligible for a VA loan, which requires no down payment and has a lower interest rate. It's important to compare different loan options and speak to a lender to determine which loan is best for your individual financial situation. What are the tips for first-time home buyer? Here are some tips for first-time homebuyers to help make the home buying process as smooth and stress-free as possible. 1. Get pre-approved for a mortgage. Before you start looking at homes, it's important to know how much you can afford. A lender will review your income, debt, and credit history to determine what you can afford. 2. Create a budget. Consider all of the costs associated with home ownership, including mortgage payments, insurance, property taxes, maintenance, and repairs. 3. Know your needs and wants. Make a list of your must-haves and deal breakers in a home and stick to it during the home search process. 4. Work with a real estate agent. A real estate agent can help you find homes that meet your needs and negotiate on your behalf. 5. Consider the location. Consider the location of the home and its proximity to schools, shopping, transportation, and other amenities. 6. Get a home inspection. Before you finalize the sale, it's important to have a home inspection to ensure that the home is in good condition. 7. Don't be afraid to negotiate. If there are issues with the home, use them as leverage to negotiate a better price or repair credits. 8. Keep emotions in check. Home buying can be an emotional process, but try to keep your emotions in check and make logical decisions. By following these tips, you can ensure that you make an informed and confident decision when buying your first home. What are the benefits of the first house? There are several benefits of owning a first home, including 1. Building equity. As you make mortgage payments, you build equity in your home, which can be used as collateral for loans or as a source of savings. 2. Tax advantages. Homeowners can deduct mortgage interest and property taxes from their federal income taxes, which can lower their overall tax bill. 3. Appreciation. Over time, the value of your home is likely to increase, providing you with a return on your investment. 4. Stable housing costs. Rent can increase over time, but with a fixed-rate mortgage, your monthly housing costs remain stable. 5. You have privacy and freedom. Owning a home gives you the freedom to decorate and make changes to your living space, as well as the privacy that comes with not having to share walls with neighbors. 6. Pride of ownership. Owning a home is often considered a symbol of stability and success, and it provides a sense of pride and accomplishment. 7. Long-term investment. Owning a home is often considered a long-term investment, as the value of the home is likely to appreciate over time. These benefits make homeownership an attractive option for many people, but it's important to carefully consider financial and personal factors before making a decision to buy a home. How much is a down payment on a house? The amount of a down payment on a house varies but typically ranges from 3% to 20% of the purchase price. A higher down payment can lower the amount you need to borrow, reduce your monthly mortgage payment, and potentially help you avoid mortgage insurance. However, a larger down payment also means more cash upfront, so it's important to weigh the pros and cons and determine the amount that works best for your financial situation. What are the disadvantages of being a first-time home buyer? Being a first-time home buyer can come with certain disadvantages, including 1. High upfront costs. There are many costs associated with purchasing a home, including the down payment, closing costs, and other fees. 2. Maintenance costs. Owning a home also involves ongoing costs such as property taxes, insurance, utilities, and maintenance and repair expenses. 3. Limited mobility. Once you own a home, you may feel tied to that location and may not be able to move as easily as when you were renting. 4. Financial strain. Buying a home can be a significant financial commitment and may stretch your budget, leaving less money for other expenses or savings. 5. Responsibility for repairs. As a homeowner, you are responsible for fixing any problems with the property, which can be expensive and time-consuming. 6. Market risk. The value of your home is subject to market conditions, which can impact its value and your ability to sell it in the future. 7. Commitment. Owning a home is a long-term commitment and requires a significant investment of time and money, so it's important to consider your lifestyle and financial goals before making a decision. It's important to carefully weigh the pros and cons and consider your personal circumstances before deciding whether homeownership is the right choice for you. Questions to consider before you buy. Before you buy your first home, there are several questions you should consider to ensure that you make a well-informed decision. What is my budget? You need to determine what you can afford before you start looking at homes. This will help you avoid overspending or ending up with a mortgage payment that you can't afford. How long do I plan to live in this home? If you plan to move in the near future, it might not be the best time to buy a home. On the other hand, if you plan to stay for several years, owning a home can be a good investment. How much can I afford for a down payment? A down payment will lower your monthly mortgage payment, but it also means that you'll need to come up with a larger sum of money up front. How much can I afford for monthly mortgage payments? Your monthly mortgage payment should not exceed 28% of your monthly income. What are my long-term financial goals? Buying a home can be a good investment, but it's important to consider your long-term financial goals and whether homeownership fits in with those plans. What kind of home do I want? Consider the size, location, and type of home that you want. Do you want a single-family home or a townhome? Do you want to live in a specific neighborhood or city? What are the costs associated with homeownership? There are several costs associated with homeownership, including property taxes, homeowners insurance, maintenance, and repairs. Make sure you have a good understanding of these costs before you buy a home. Answering these questions will help you make a more informed decision about whether homeownership is right for you, and it will also help you find the best home to meet your needs and budget. Home buying process. The buying process for a first-time home buyer can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Here are the steps you can follow to make the process as smooth and stress-free as possible. Get pre-approved for a mortgage. Before you start looking at homes, it's important to know how much you can afford. A lender will review your income, debt, and credit history to determine what you can afford. Start looking at homes. Once you have pre-approval, you can start looking at homes that meet your budget and needs. Make an offer. When you find a home you like, you will make an offer to the seller. The offer should include the price you are willing to pay, the terms of the sale, and any contingencies, such as the requirement for a home inspection. Home inspection. Before you finalize the sale, it's important to have a home inspection to ensure that the home is in good condition. Closing. If everything goes well, the final step is closing. This is where you will sign the final paperwork, pay any closing costs, and take possession of your new home. By following these steps, you can make the home buying process as smooth and stress-free as possible. Don't be afraid to ask for help from a real estate agent, lender, or attorney if you need it. They will be able to guide you through the process and ensure that you make a well-informed decision. Conclusion. Purchasing a home is a big step, but with the right guidance and preparation, it can be a stress-free and exciting experience. Remember to take your time, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Good luck on your home buying journey.